Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Holy hell, how is it a new month? With that being said, as you guys can see by the title and the thumbnail of this video, we are going through all of the books that I read in April and what I rated them. What? How is it already May? How is that? Okay. All right, and I don't know if I have these in order. I definitely don't. Let's try to. I'm gonna reorder these really quick. BRB. Did it. Okay, so the first book that we read in April was Lightlark by Aster. We, of course, rated this a 5-star because how could we not? If you guys don't know what this book is about, it was kind of like Caraval and Hunger Games, but make it magic. And it was insane. And I have an entire video on this book. So if you want more information, head on over to that video. Lightlark, 5 stars, no questions asked. I still need to get the second book of this. Ugh. The second book that we read this month was also in a previous video. It is part of a series that I am going to be doing over on this channel. We read Emma by Jane Austen. Gosh, like, look at this cover, how beautiful. Like, you can't even, I have to hold it differently because of how freaking shiny it is. But anyway, we rated Emma a 4-star. Emma, the reason I rated it a 4-star was because I completely forgot that Jane Austen writes in third person, and that usually doesn't bother me in Jane Austen books because, like I had said in the Emma video, I, like, not that long ago just reread Sense and Sensibility, and it didn't bother me that bad. So I don't know what happened, but I really could not get past the third person. So I ended up having to rate it a 4-star because I personally was just having such a hard time wanting to pick up the book because I knew it was going to frustrate me the second that I got back into that third person POV. My brain is not working today. It is currently 11:18. I have no excuse. I have no excuse. But yeah, Emma was a 4-star. It was still a great book. I also watched the movie once again. There is an entire video on this book. Head over to that video and check it out as well. That is going to be an entire series. I am going to be rereading all 3 of my favorite Jane Austen books, aka Emma, Sense and Sensibility, and Pride and Prejudice. And then I will be going in and watching the movies as well and seeing how different the movies are to the books and vice versa, and what I enjoyed more. And yeah, so make sure you keep in check because that series is going to be coming along. We are going to be picking up another one of those books soon. I'm not telling you which one, but yeah, make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that series. The next book that I read this month was also so good. So good. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I said this so many times, but Ashley Poston has done it again. She has done it again. She has created something that I seriously cannot get out of my head. She has created something that is currently living rent-free in my brain. I think about this book all the time. This was so fantastic. I obviously rated it a 5-star. You guys, this book was so sweet. There were so many stories told in just this one book. It was a story about learning to accept people's help whenever they offer it. This book makes me want to cry. But it was also about a girl who ghostwrites romance stories, and does not believe in love herself, and it's about her finding the meaning of love again. And you guys, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Oh, the next book that I read in the month of April was Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. You guys, there is a video of me staring at a wall after I finished this book because I could not think properly after I finished this book. This was in the I read books recommended to me by TikTok video, and you guys, BJ and Magnolia are so toxic, but they love each other so, so, so deeply. But there was a quote from another book that I read this month that reminds me of BJ and Magnolia. Let me find it really quick. I can't find it, but it was basically talking about how love can be a poison because sometimes love goes too deep. And that is BJ and Magnolia. Their love goes so deep for each other that they are just so toxic. It's insane, but I loved it. I don't know what that says about me as a person, but we're just not going to talk about that. 10 out of 10 book, 4.75. I loved this book so much. I will never stop talking about this book. I also need the second book of this series, which is Daisy Hates. I don't remember the rest, but I know it's a Daisy Hates book. So yeah, definitely need the second book of this one. This one was basically Gossip Girl, but make it British. Found family. They are in a boarding school. Well, that's how they met each other, was in a boarding school. They are now adults and are drinking all the time and partying all the time, and they're always like in the media, the press and the paparazzi are always following them around. So yeah, pretty much Gossip Girl, but make it British. 4.75 stars. Need the second book immediately. You guys, me and my sister-in-laws, I've said this in previous videos, but we are rereading the ACOTAR series, and I finished Achamoth this month. Obviously, this was a 5-star. I can't not make it a 5-star. It will always be a 5-star. This is literally, I believe, I think it's my favorite book in the entire series with just like Feyre and Rhys. I'm not talking about Silver Flames. I'm not talking about Silver Flames because Silver Flames follows Nesta and Cassian. Okay? We're talking about Feyre and Rhys. This is my favorite book of their story. I love this book so much. The turmoil, the banter, the stress, the love, the found family. Like I said, there's so many good things in these books that I just can never not think of as a 5-star. 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 And the last book that I read this month, I'm just going to hold up my Kindle because I do not have a physical copy of it, but I read Once You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. Yeah, Morgan Bridges. There's an airplane being really noisy outside. But anyway, this was a dark romance, stalker romance, serial killer romance? Question mark? I don't even know what I read, but I'm rating it a 4.5 star because number one, it was spicy as heck. Okay? This book was insane, some of the things that I read. And also, another thing that we're just not going to talk about because what does this say about me as a person? That I literally love Hayden so much. And he's literally a stalker. And he kills people. What? What? But anyway, this book was pretty fantastic. The plot of this book was really good. Um, Hayden is a lawyer by day, a serial killer by night. And Callista is a former rich girl now thrown into poverty, and Hayden does not like that. Hayden says, "No way, Jose, you're mine." Hence the name of the title, Once You're Mine. Okay, so like he literally stalks her throughout this entire book, and she knows him from his day job. So she goes to him at his day job and tells him that she's being stalked. 4.5 star. That book was actually genuinely an okay book. I did not mind it at all. So yeah, let's recap. Once You're Mine, Morgan Bridges, 4.5 star. Akamov reread, 5 star. I can't tell you guys about this book really because spoilers. Now, if you want me to do a spoiler video on the ACOTAR series, I can absolutely do that. Leave a comment down below if you would like me to do that. But as of right now, I can't tell you anything. 5 stars. Magnolia Parks. BJ and Magnolia literally grind my gears. But I love them so much. 4.75 stars. I could not get over the toxic nature of the two of them and how they literally are just ruining each other's lives just because they want to be a part of each other's, whenever literally if you guys would just communicate, maybe things would be different. So I just could not get over that. So yeah, 4.75 stars. Great book. Loved it. Dead Romantics, 5 stars. Ashley Poston. What do you put in these books? Because I'm genuinely obsessed. She is very quickly moving her way up onto my favorite author list. I am obsessed with her books. I read The 7-Year Slip and The Dead Romantics by her so far. Absolutely obsessed with them. 5 stars. Emma. Loved it. 10 out of 10 book, 10 out of 10 movie. I'm not going to tell you anything because there's an entire video on this book. 4 stars. And Lightlark by Alex Aster. Caraval, Hunger Games, Magic, Hot Boys with Magic. 5 stars. With that being said, those are all of the books that I read in the month of April. That totals me up at 6 books this month. Give me a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. 6 books in the month of April. I know, wild. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment downstairs. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.